Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video I want to share with you how to play My Sharona as recorded by the Knack on guitar. Now this song has some incredible rock guitar playing in it. I'm going to take you through the whole thing. We're going to learn those must-know riffs to the different sections, even getting into a bit of the solo as well. But before we jump into it, if you're new to the channel, I want to give you a gift right away. I put together this awesome fretboard guide that's basically going to show you how I look at the neck. I use 5 chords and 5 scales, and basically I map out the fretboard. And you can download this completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below. This is going to help you for learning songs, and it's also going to help you with improvising as well. So hope you enjoy that as my gift to you. Again, click the first link down below or just johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide. All right, well, with that said, let's break down this song. All right, so the first part we're going to talk about is the main riff, and this is used throughout the song, and it's really based around an octave. It sounds like this. All right, so I'm starting out on the 3rd fret here of the low E string. We're going to be playing that note, that's the note G. Then we're also going to be going up what I call an octave here, and this is going to be the 5th fret on the 4th string. So we'll be using those 2 notes there. Now I actually play this first note with my index and then the next note with my pinky. You could use your ring finger, whichever's comfortable for you. Now we're going to start with 2 on that low E and then 2 on the 4th string. So 6th string, 4th string. And I'm using all downs actually with my strum hand, and this gets a great rock sound. Then we're going to go, and that's just 1 on the low E and then 1 on the D string. So it's 2, then 1. Then you do 1 again. Then you go. And I love this part. We play 2 on the 6th string, then 1 on the 4th string, then we jump down to the 2nd fret of that low E and then slide back in. So we're sort of dipping down 1 fret and then coming back into that main note, that note G. So it's gonna go. So far I've got then we do it again, we go slide in. Then we play these 2 chords. We play C to B flat. And these are just bar chords here. I'm playing the 3rd fret of the 5th string, then 5, 5, 5 with just a bar there. And you could use your ring finger like this, or sometimes I use my pinky. Then we're gonna drop it down 2 frets to B flat there on the 1st fret. Now rhythmically it's gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so that's C, 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 B flat. All right, so the first 4 bars, which again is this main riff, all put together sound like this. So we're going to play that 2 times for the intro, and then we're going to play it 2 more times for the verse. After that, we move on to the next section, the pre-chorus, and that sounds like this. All right, so this part really dives into those octaves. We're starting out on the 3rd fret of the low E, and we're going to play 2 there, and then we'll go up to the high octave on the 5th fret. And we're just going to alternate 2 each. Okay, we do that 3 times. Then on the 4th time, we're going to go. We're going to cut this short. We're only going to do 1 here, and then we're going to immediately jump up to the 6th fret of the low E, and that's the note B flat. So we're going G, flat. Then I make that same octave shape here. I'm just at the 6th fret, so this is 6 to 8. Then we go to that C chord again. Then we take that same shape, bring it up to the 6th fret. Do 3 strums on it, and then 1 final strum on an F, which is 8, 10, 10, 10. That's all the same chord. I'm just moving it around the neck. That's what's so great about bar chords is once you get them down, you can play them anywhere on the fretboard. So backing up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 C, C, E flat, E flat, E flat, F. Then we go back to that main riff. All right, so everything goes back and we play another verse, we play another pre-chorus, and we repeat that. Now, I just want to give you one tip. If those bar chords are too hard, you could always just play a power chord like this, or a 2-note power chord, which would be even easier. And those are things that I go into detail in my Essential Rock Guitar System because you're going to be using these power chords in so many songs. So you want to be able to play 2-note power chords, 3-note power chords. There's even 4 and 5-note power chords, but the most common ones are the 2 and the 3-note. So after that, we go back, we're on the riff, and then the second time we don't go out of the chorus, we just stay on this. Then we go to the first guitar solo, or kind of like the first bridge, and here we're gonna play this. 3, 4. So here I'm starting on a C chord, but I changed it just slightly. I added my pinky to the 6th fret of the 2nd string. I'm gonna play that and then take my pinky off. So it's, then we go up to that E flat, but we're gonna make a little change to this one as well. Here we're gonna play an E flat sus2. So this is a bit of a stretch, but 6, 8, 10, starting on the 5th string. Then you take the pinky off and just go back to that E flat. So it's, then we bring that up to F and go. And here I just play an F bar chord, and then I go back to just my index finger barring, and then back up to the F. So all together, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then we go. Then we go back to that main riff. Now, actually, on top of this, there's a really cool lead part, which I'm gonna explain in a second, but let me show you first how to get out of it. So we're playing this, and we actually play this 3 times. Then on the 3rd time, we're gonna go. And we go up to here, F, to this one finger, back up to F, then we go down to D, and we go. So that's how we get out of it. We just take that same shape, we bring it down to the 5th fret, which is the chord D, and we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then on beat 4, we play that note F, and then we're back to our main riff. All right, now as I mentioned, there's a really cool lead that goes on top of that part. So let me show you a little bit of that. It sounds like this. All right, so we have sort of this repetitive theme. We're gonna start on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. We're gonna do a hammer pull off from 3 to 5. Then we'll play 5 on the 3rd string, then skip up to 3 on the 1st string, like this. that's going over that C part. Then we go up to E flat, and we just take that same shape, you know, and we move it up to now being over this chord. For those of you that are in my caged program, this is really just playing off of that A shape there. When we go up to the E flat, it does the same lick. So it's, and then he gets out of it like this. That's A6, 5 on the first string. So all together. Then he goes down to sort of like a G minor pentatonic and just does these bends with like some squealies in there, kind of a ZZ Top sound. Then you do it again. Then you can just mess around with different blues licks, but this part here is like more like G minor pentatonic. All right, after that, we come out of that sort of first bridge section and we go back to a lot of familiar material. So it's all riffs that we've covered. Now, the last part I want you to become familiar with is sort of like the second guitar solo or the second bridge. And this actually goes to the key of C, and here we're gonna play this. All right, so we've got a little 2-bar figure here. Now let me first show you kind of the full chords. We're going C, G, G, F, 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 G. It's a little 2-bar phrase. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... But you can play these cool kind of triads if you think of this C chord and you just play 3 strings of it. Strings 4, 3, and 2 there. I'm playing the 5th fret. Then I go to the G like this. That's 5, 4, 3. Then up to F, 7, 5, 6. Back to G. So it's... Now, all of that is actually in the key of C. So when you grab my fretboard guide at the first link down below, this is going to show you basically that whole fretboard guide is in the key of C. So there's a lot of great sort of C major pentatonic licks that the guitarist is just playing this amazing second solo in the song that just goes, there's a longer version, they actually cut it for the radio version, but it's all really using, you know, the C major pentatonic. So that's what I would play over. Now when we get out of it, we do that same move, D. We just end there on that D chord. So have fun putting those different sections together. Now we just went over a lot, so rewind the video and go over any parts that are unclear. And to help you put this together even more, especially when it comes to the solos and being able to connect the chords with the scales together, you're gonna wanna grab my fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is gonna show you the 5 shapes that I use to map out the entire fretboard. It's completely for free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and if you like rock guitar, be sure to watch this video next.